Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Have you started it?
I did. I turned it on.
That's good. I'm tired, man. I
Yeah,
am so tired.
yeah. We've been sleeping a lot
We have been sleeping.
because we've been tired.
Yeah, it's weird when you're so tired that you're tired of being after being tired. You know,
Mm-hmm. And you're still tired.
and you're still tired. I woke up after some long ass sleep once, and I was tired from all the sleep I had.
Mm-hmm. And stinky too.
Stinky.
Yeah. You farted in your sleep.
Oh yeah, that's why you woke me up.
I woke you up so we could go bowling.
Well, I thought you woke me up because I farted in my sleep, which is like, oh yeah, remember not to do that around you.
It's just so smelly. I had to say something.
Well, you didn't have to be in my room at that time. You could have been in the living room, let it pass. You came in here.
Well, I didn't smell it right away.
Oh well, you
It
you
was
could
like a force field.
you could have just you could have after you smelled it, you could have just been like, oh, abort mission, and just leave and go about your business, sir. You could have left me and mine alone.
I'm pro-life. I can't abort anything.
You could have left it alone. It's like the Rick and Morty episode when the Jermaine Clement one. Goodbye, Mr. Moonman. Goodbye. Copyright. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt us.
We'll see.
We'll see. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about a few things. Any shows you've been watching lately?
Uh, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Yeah. Been rewatching that as an adult. It's funnier.
It's funnier.
Yeah. You catch things you didn't catch or that you knew you already saw, but it's like, oh my god, wow.
Yeah, that is fun. I've um I've been rewatching Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I started watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I actually like it. I think that they like. I think I told you like the characters are great. The looks of them, the cinematography of course, it looks beautiful. It's a very very beautiful landscape. But the dialogue it gets me sometimes where I'm like, oh, why? This just seems so forced. It seems like forced dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I like it nonetheless. I've 4 episodes in.
What's it about?
Sabrina Spellman. You may know her from the early iterations of her. Melissa Joan Hart played as her
Oh, okay. So
in the '90s show.
so she's not back.
She's not back. No, this is a completely different series. It's actually based off of a recent comic book series of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which it's during the afterlife with Archie, where it's like Archie comics are going on during like the zombie apocalypse. So it's like Archie and The Walking Dead, and
That's weird.
it's like at the same time that time a storyline is going on. Sabrina has this thing where she's just turned 16, and because she's a half mortal, half witch,
She's legal.
she has to choose which life she wants to lead, and she's supposed to sign her name in the book of the beast, so that way she will become a follower of the Dark Lord, which is Satan, of course.
Yeah.
And
That's what I would do.
She refuses because
What?
yeah, she refuses because she's in love with Harvey and
Dyke.
Are you, what? You go to a dyke? No, she did it because of a boy. And
Sounds
meanwhile,
like some dyke shit to me.
meanwhile, she has her favorite teacher becomes possessed by the devil's handmaiden Lilith, and is trying to coerce Sabrina to join the dark side. Her aunt Zelda wants her to join the dark side. Her aunt Hilda just wants her to be happy. And she has a pansexual cousin named Ambrose, who wants the best for her as well. He's also like a best friend. He's been sentenced to stay on the property. He can't leave the property at all.
Is there a talking cat?
For a minute, Salem does talk. He's possessed by a demon, and he is her familiar.
So is this one.
Oh,
Clearly.
for you listeners at home, there is a cat. We have a kitten in our midst. His name is Hermes, but I call him Little Homie.
Alphonse.
Yeah, White Joseph calls him Alphonse. I call him Little Homie or Nigga,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, or I call him Little Fucker sometimes. Little bitch. Oh, he's making noise. But yeah, what was I saying before the cat? Something about Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Salem talks a little bit.
So, yeah, he's like,
He's got a demon in him.
he's a demon. Demon comes into her bedroom and says, Sabrina, I heard you call for me in the woods. And then it's like a cat. And then he really does protect her though. He protects her. But yeah,
That's what's so great about the dark side.
yeah, it's a good show. I like it. I've also been I've also decided that I might give up on American Horror Story.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because Ryan Murphy he is a waste of my time. He always does this thing where he gives you a promise of a good story, but he does not deliver on it, and it's just so wasted. It's so many wasted opportunities just so he can be outrageous. Or so he could be making a political statement or some shit where it's like you could have had something great here. You know what they did? You know they recently did in American Horror Story Apocalypse.
No. Tell me.
They introduced time travel.
What?
They introduced time travel. Like what the fuck? What the fuck? I get it. That the show is not realistic in the sense that it's the Antichrist and it's like witches and voodoo queens and all that
Ghosts
shit.
and aliens.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But time travel? Fucking time travel?
We have to keep this show going somehow, man. Never stop stopping.
And apparently Anastasia was a witch.
What?
Yeah. But she was killed before, she could save her family from, like, well, you know what happened.
I don't remember.
You know, the Russian royalty.
Oh, okay. They're involved?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
In this series, yeah, of this season.
So what does that have to do with American Horror Story?
Exactly. Well, I guess Russia has a lot to do with Americans and a horror story for them. Look at you just throwing my things everywhere as though this is your house or this is
Trying
your
to get
space.
this dirt off.
You, what are you talking about? You
On this bed.
Yeah, I bet.
Need one of those little hand vacuums.
Yeah. Or I need a sticky buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? What are you doing?
It's a yoga thing. Stretches your back and your abs.
Does it make your ass fatter?
It might.
Because it looks like that's what
It's just these pants.
it's just these. No, you have a fat ass.
Haven't you seen the video where the guy wears like yoga pants in the parking lot and he's like bending over, and then this other guy like walks up behind him and the dude like
he thinks it's a girl.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, hey, bro, like what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry," because it makes everybody's ass look better.
Yeah. Yeah, you love for your ass to look better, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who does that? Why is that cat in my room?
It belongs in here.
No, it doesn't. He'll just think it's okay to come in here. And that's not okay. Okay, Hermes?
It's not.
It's not okay.
You know what? I might get some shorts. These are starting to get uncomfortable.
For the crotchal area.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Because whenever I ride my bike, I don't know why my underwear decide, hey, I'm gonna like go all the way up your ass and you can't do anything about it, and then this is gonna be uncomfortable for you and you're gonna be trying to like position the other way back into the to where they're actually, normal. And then you end up like doing something weird and it's like chafing against your thigh or something like that. And it's like, oh, what? Why? And then you can't do anything about it because you're in public and you're trying to drive your bike to work and it's all like weird and shit and it's just life's hard, White Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
I got the cat. I got him. He's squishy. He's a squishy little bitchy.
There's no escape.
I was trying to get him to meow.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a squeaker.
He is a squeaker. Ooh. All right. Let me. All right. So let me ask you this: do you ever plan on seeing the new Halloween movie?
Not in the near future. No.
All right. So then we can talk about it. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. They introduced
She
the.
didn't warn anybody about the American Horror Story stuff.
Oh no, that's not a spoiler. They introduced time travel, and that Anastasia's a witch. No, that's just it's filler at this point. It's like the episode before the last. Um, Spoiler warning for Halloween 440 H40 because it's
Mm-hmm.
the 40th.
H2O.
Yeah, they did have that one. Water, Halloween water. Um, but for the recent one, they introduced this new doctor, right? And he was a student of Samuel Loomis's, the original psychiatrist of Michael Myers. And so his name is Dr. Sartan, and he's also an Eastern European man, and he's he's just so fucking weird. And so when he got introduced, I said to Vincent, I said, that dude is not right. Something's not right about that guy. He's so weird. And it turned out I was right. He turns out being the secondary villain in the fucking movie, where one of the sheriff who was the sheriff in the second Halloween movie,
Mm-hmm.
he he's with Dr. Sartan and they're looking for Michael, and they find Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter in the woods. They
Mm-hmm.
put her in the back of the cruiser, and they're like, "What?" And they see him, and so Hawkins, the sheriff, is like, "I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch." And Dr. Sartan is like, "No, you can't kill him. Don't do that." He's like, he says, "No, I'm gonna kill him," and he gets the perfect shot to shoot Michael, and the doctor kills the sheriff. And the minute that fucking happened, I was like, "What the fuck?" but he had already hit Michael. Like the sheriff had already hit Michael. It's just that he didn't kill him because the way the bullet went. And so he stunned him. He knocked Michael out. And so the doctor goes over to Michael Myers, takes off the mask, and puts it on his own face and says, "So that's how that feels." And it's like, and the granddaughter is watching all of this in the cruiser. She's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" He picks up Michael's body and puts it in the back with the granddaughter. I would have been so fucking mad. Do you know how crazy? You know how crazy I am already. Do you know how amped up and extra crazy I would be if I put in a situation where a serial killer is after me and someone actually puts the serial killer next to me, locks me up with it? I would go ham. And so, um, she says to him that Michael just spoke to me, and he stops the car. He says, "What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?" Because they've they've been wanting to hear Michael speak for the longest time in the in the movie, and she says that he spoke to her, and he lets her go, and then Michael kills him. He springs up to life and kills him.
Kills who?
The doctor. The granddaughter gets away. She actually goes to meet up with. See, okay, so this is the thing. Everybody thinks Jamie Lee Curtis is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the movie. Like, okay, so in this timeline.
But this has been 40 years now.
It's been 40 years. And Michael has only killed 5 people from the first movie. It ignores the second movie. It ignores everything that came after the first movie. He's only killed 5 people. And it's haunted her in the sense of she had watched this man get killed, or supposedly get killed 3 times in one night. Like, she knows that he's unstoppable. And she's been preparing for him to come back. So she raised her daughter to be like a hunting machine. And her daughter's played by Judy Greer. And it kind of fucks her up mentally, the daughter. So the daughter has a daughter of her own, and her husband actually does the voice as Dale on King of the Hill. It was funny, like he was actually very funny in this movie. Like that's the good thing about this movie. This movie actually had some funny moments. It was actually aware of what it was. And so Lori lives on the outskirts of town in Haddonfield, and her granddaughter, of course, still lives in the same at the town. Granddaughter wants her to be more a part of the family, but it's like they know that it's not right. Like she's a former alcoholic. She actually, you know, starts drinking again. There are these British podcasters. They've been doing like true crime stories and stuff like that. They've they've been trying to get an interview with Michael Myers, try to actually get him to speak. So they go to Smith Grove Sanitarium, and they take out the mask, and he reacts so strangely to it, and it actually sets off everybody's personality and mood in the yard. And Dr. Sartain tells them that he's like they don't he's never spoken a word since since he was a child, and they decide they're gonna go visit Lori. And they go visit Lori, and they give her $3,000 to have an interview with her. And she tells them that that she still believes in the boogeyman, that he's never going to be. There's nothing that you can change about him. He's always going to be a monster. So she goes. She takes the $3,000 they gave her. She gives it to her granddaughter to spend on whatever she wants, whatever she needs. And that night, Michael Myers is being transported. Like he's on a bus, and I don't know what happened, but the bus somehow gets turned over, and there's all these fucking mental patients like walking on the side of the road and everything. And they did one of the like this is why I consider this movie one of my favorite horror movies. Now they did the most ballsiest thing. This kid and his grandfather, this kid and his father show up. It was so telling. It was like the kid was clearly gay because he wanted to be a dancer.
Michael Myers.
What?
Michael Myers was gay. Wanted to be a dancer.
No.
That's why he started killing people.
No.
They wouldn't let him dance.
This kid was gay. He wanted to be a dancer, and his dad was like, "You need to play sports." And he's like, "Look, I don't want to do all that. I like my things. I love you, but I want to have my things and shit." And so they see the bus turned over, and the father clearly gets killed. But Michael comes out of nowhere and kills the little boy.
Yeah.
This was this kid looked like he was like 8 or 9 years old. They killed this little boy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "What?" Ah, ah. And so, um, Laurie's really started drinking now because she knows that the bus crashed, and the British podcasters they go to a rest stop, and they get killed. Uh, the employees of the gas station they get killed too. Oh my god, the mechanic gets killed. Oh my god, so many people get killed. Um, and it's Halloween. Next night is Halloween, and there was that continuous scene that I like where he's walking down the street, the sidewalk, and then he walks down that long backyard,
And grabs the hammer.
grabs the hammer, goes into the kitchen, beats the woman with it, and then takes the butcher knife and then walks right back out. All in one continuous shot. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, she tells her daughter Karen, like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. He's around here somewhere. I know it. Michael is there. He's there, baby. Why would you listen to me? Karen's like, what the fuck? You tripping? And the granddaughter is at a Halloween party at the school. Her boyfriend is cheating on her. Um, his best friend is trying to get into her panties and trying to rape her. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, no! He gets killed by Michael Myers.
Wow.
Yeah, she even tries to save him, but he gets killed by Michael Myers. That's when she sees Michael. She runs away. At the same time, he goes back to the town, Tanfield, like the little town.
Mm-hmm.
This little black boy, his name is Julian. He's getting babysat by the girl's best friend, like the granddaughter, her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this little black boy was so fucking funny. He's like, I know what you gonna do. You gonna invite your boyfriend over and y'all go smoke weeds together. He's like, why I gotta go to sleep? I'm sitting over here. I'm clipping my nasty ass toenails. This little boy was so fucking cute. He was amazing. And he said, like, she sent him to bed, and then he says that there's a boogeyman in his room. And so she says, no, there's not. And the boyfriend comes over and he says, there's a boogeyman in my closet. He found the hacky sack. He found the hacky sack. He found the hacky sack. But the little boy is like, there's a boogeyman in my closet. And so the little girl's like, I will go up here and I will go figure see what's going on. She goes into the closet. She opens the door. She can't open it all the way, but then she finally does open it, and he is right in the closet.
I told you he was a dancer. He was in the closet.
You are so homophobic. Dancers aren't gay. Not all dancers are gay. But most gays are dancers. um, and so he stabs the shit out of her. I think he killed her. Seemed like he killed her. The little black boy goes running out the fucking front door, and I was happy. He kills the boyfriend, um, which was sad. So actually, well, the boyfriend wasn't bad. He was trying to give her some weed. Yeah,
Yeah, the black boy was right.
yeah. He knew what they were gonna do there. They was smoke some weed.
Do you know what the black boy's name was?
Julian.
Julian.
Yeah,
Yes, you told me that already.
yeah. I'm gonna remember an iconic character now. Never forget that. Um, but then yeah, so uh, they put out a police escort on the family.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Which
go.
doesn't work.
No, because the police officers got killed. Um, the husband got killed too. It's sad. He goes out there to give them coffee, the police officers coffee, and he gets killed.
Jamie Lee Curtis's husband?
No, Judy Greer's husband, the one that does the voices, Dale.
Oh.
He gets
Dale.
he gets killed, and then so Karen, the daughter, is in the house by herself because Lori is out looking for Michael. She's like, she ready for this motherfucker, and so Michael finally comes into the house after a brief scuffle with Lori.
Dale.
Well, yeah, he's already killed Dale. Like Lori saw him do that. She sends her daughter down this little. She built this secret hatch underneath this kitchen island. It's like a safe room,
right?
A panic room.
Yep.
And so she goes down there, and so she sets it back up to
safe.
Yeah, she's like safe down there. She says, you go, baby, I got this." And so she's fighting with Michael all throughout the fucking house, and yeah. He leaves. Yeah. He comes back. The granddaughter.
Where does he go? Take a shit or something?
No, he leaves. Like he leaves. I think to
get some water.
I don't remember what. I've seen this movie only once. Bear with me. I saw it like 2.5 weeks ago too. So he does leave though. He does leave the premises. And the granddaughter actually gets back there. Lori is looking for him upstairs, and she goes back downstairs and gets the granddaughter into the safe room with her daughter, and she goes back up the stairs to check all the rooms. And what it does is after she's cleared a room, she pushes a button and then this thing comes down as though it's going to, like when people close up the shops. Yeah, that comes down. And so she checks each and every one of the rooms. And then there's one room that is full of mannequins. Like she's done this. She set up her house like this to trap him. And he knows that she knows that he will try to hide behind one of these mannequins, act like one of these mannequins or whatever. And she actually does manage to wound him very badly. He knocks her off of the balcony, and he looks back over to see if she's dead, and she's not there. And so he decides that he's going to go after the granddaughter and the daughter, and they're like in there and they're panicking, and so the daughter is like, "You don't know, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this." Judy Greer's character, she's like, "I can't do this," and Michael can hear them and is like headed towards them, and so she says, "I can't do this, I can't do this, Mom, are you there, Mom?" And he's like walking down, and like her daughter's giving her the shotgun. She says, Mom, just do it." She says, "I can't do it. I can't do it." As he's getting closer, she says, "Gotcha," and then she shoots him right in the head. It is like the minute she did that, the entire fucking audience in the theater went ape shit. Cause she not only tricked Michael, she fooled us, bitch. We thought she was gonna have a panic attack. Um, but it's like damn, these women, they rising up, and they all like Jamie Lee Curtis does show back up in the house, and all three of them take turns beating his ass, and then
Okay.
they kick him into the safe, like the panic room, and then she says, "Shut it, shut it," and then these blades come out of nowhere to cover it up, so he can't get up there. Even if he were, he would have get his hand, and she had it to where all the gas lines would go off at the same time, so they're all taken out, and she throws a match down in there, and she watches him burn a little bit, and then they get the fuck out of there before it blows up.
Okay. I might watch that.
Yeah. Then they flag down a pickup truck, and there's three of them sitting on the back of the pickup truck, um, leaving.
They
But
don't have an Uber or anything?
no, she lived out in the country of Illinois. They had an after credit scene. You know what the after credit scene was? Hard breathing.
Steel Horde!
Steel Horde!
Steel Horde!
Steel Horde. Alright, so we talked about TVs. We talked about movies.
Mm-hmm.
What you been reading? What you been listening to?
Read a Beatles book. I'm reading another one right now.
Mm-hmm.
Eye drops. Hey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had those for you. In the event that you ever needed them.
I'm gonna use these.
Yeah.
Um,
I bought those specifically for you.
Brave New World. Aldous Huxley. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yep. Listening to 60s music.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hydration
Hydration.
in my eye.
Clear eyes. Gets rid of redness and alleviates.
And Stone.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. What have I been reading? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been reading lots of Game Informer. Yeah, I've been reading reviews of movies that have yet to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading Drag Race spoilers, recipes for the holidays. Yeah, I've been reading some BuzzFeed articles on midterm elections.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading
BuzzFeed or BuzzFeed News?
BuzzFeed, BuzzFeed, the one that has all the quizzes and shit. Not BuzzFeed News. What do you think of me, an intellectual?
I hoped. Hey you.
Hey, you there. Hey, there. Hey, you there. Hey, there. Hey, you there. I see you over there. I want you to come here. Are you leaving during the podcast?
I'm gonna go get my shorts.
You're leaving during a podcast?
I'll be back. Coming back.
You're leaving during a podcast?
This is all part of it.
You're leaving during a podcast. He left during a podcast and he took my Crocs. How dare you? Oh my gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned after this intermission.
almost back. Hello.
Oh my god!
You're not recording still?
Oh no! I took an intermission.
I thought you were just gonna talk to the audience while I was gone.
No. No.
That's where I was going.
Mm-mm.
There we go.
Oh, you look cute.
Now I can hang out a little more.
That's all it's really about, isn't
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're still recording.
it? Yeah. Channing Tatum once said to a little boy, you need to relax.
Talks a little. Does Channing Tatum talk to the boys a lot?
Yeah.
Give them advice.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. You know, Drake gives Millie Bobby Brown advice about boys.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is totally fine. Grown ass man giving a teenage girl advice about boys.
He cares about her.
He does.
About her development.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he cares about, her development.
I am very interested in your development.
Yeah.
In these developments.
I am very invested in this investment. Invested much? Much invested? Much obliged? Words? This is one tasty burger. Like, how you gonna go up in someone's house and eat their shit? You gonna eat the fucking man's burger? You gonna drink his drink?
He owes money.
You don't do that.
He tried to treat Marcellus Wallace like a bitch. He's trying to fuck him like one.
No,
Yes, you did, Brett. Yes, you did.
No, I did not touch.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I didn't touch her. I've never. Miss Dr. Blasey Ford, what? I think the most psychotic thing that we saw was when he was on 60 Minutes and that woman was interviewing him, Donald Trump, and she says that that Dr. Ford said that one of the most humiliating moments of that hearing was little boys that were like protesting it, like making like laughing at her. She said that was like so like gut wrenching. And Donald Trump is like, whatever. All right. Well, and he's like looking like, okay. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I get it. He's a rapist. Like, he doesn't
Get
need,
it.
Like, I get it. He's a rapist. He doesn't need to have sympathy for like survivors or victims of. But I mean, like, at least pretend to, at least for the sake of sanity, just pretend to have a soul for a minute.
And people need to see how terrible he is. But some people still refuse to believe, or they just agree with him.
You believe he's a rapist, right?
Oh, I'm sure he is.
I mean, no one just has 16 women saying they've all been sexually assaulted. Or I mean, I think I only say he is because he's admitted to being one. I mean, you can grab somebody by the pussy and you make them do whatever you want because of who you are. But I mean, I think general consensus is that's not the way you should do things. So it's like the way he's making it seem as though it's okay, but it's not, and that's rape. So
Well, he's never cared about consensus.
clearly, his inauguration was bigger than Obama's.
Mm-hmm.
He won the popular vote. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He did.
Even though you don't like Hillary, do you believe that it was rigged for her? For her?
How was it rigged for her if she lost?
No, rigged from her. Like like it was rigged for him.
And the Electoral College voted
But yeah,
for him.
when does the popular vote matter?
I mean, it should always matter.
When does it though?
Well, usually I think it determines like who gets the electoral votes.
Oh, that's stupid.
And states with like smaller populations have more electoral votes or something. I think.
Yeah, because they have so many districts, right? Or is it the opposite? I don't know. I don't know how many fucking districts Atlanta has. They have 8, 7. Like I know Lucy McBath. She's the 6th. She won the 6th district.
Mm-hmm.
Better know a district.
I wish they could still do that.
Yeah. Eleanor Holmes Norton.
There was
Is it
one.
Colbert or Colbert? What is the origins of its environs? she was like, she was like, she was gonna kill him. I don't want some vanilla man telling me.
There was one where he was interviewing a woman named Fudge. Like, yeah. It's and she like lived next to like it was like a dairy district, dairy heavy district, and she worked like at a lemonade stand or something.
Oh,
and he was like, is it true? Milk, lemonade around the corner, Fudge is made."
Gross! Gross! Oh my lord! Why? 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 Okay, that's funny. I like
My 460 something part series. I don't know district.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of parts.
I used to watch that a lot in class during ISS, especially. My ISS teacher, he was so cool. He would let me watch whatever I wanted because he knew I didn't belong in ISS.
Mm-hmm.
He would always say I was too smart for that place. It's weird. Everybody always tells me I'm better than what I always feel. And it never seems to work. You would think all this encouragement would encourage me to be a better person. But no, I just keep getting worse.
Oh, sucks for you.
Yeah.
So much potential wasted.
Yeah. That's the ultimate revenge on me. Not letting me grow. Not let me shine or be great.
You got The Shining?
What?
You got The Shining?
The Shining?
Yeah.
No,
You Shining?
no. There's actually a song called that. It's Beyonce, Jay Z, and DJ Khaled. Shining, 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 yeah.
Oh,
All
see,
this
now you're
winning.
copywriting us again.
Yeah, but
You're ruining it
it's
for us.
parody because I'm not clearly trying to do it like Beyonce.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's parody.
Okay.
It's fair use law. I know what I'm doing. Don't you ever question me on this podcast when I say use a character trademark. How dare you? Don't you know who I am?
Nope.
I'm the ghost of Johnny Cochran, nigga. I'll run this law. You know what I do? I make sure that black people can kill white people and get away with it. That's what I do. So you watch it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rich black people.
Yeah. Well, hey. I don't discriminate. Cash is cash. I don't care where it come from. You can be poor as fuck, but as long as you pay my retainer.
So much dirt on his bed.
Because a lot of people step on it.
Why are people stepping on the bed?
Well, because
With
I
shoes
don't.
on?
Because I don't always want to fold it up and put it in there. That's why I try to put it right down here.
Well, we gotta flip it over.
And then give you a comforter, you know?
About 50 minutes.
Oh, wow. Is this the super epic episode?
Something like that. Okay. Good night.
We should treat that as though it's like the 100th episode, but we don't actually mention it at all during it. We treat it as though it's a normal fucking episode. I don't know why people go crazy for fucking milestones like that. This is the 100th episode. This is the 200th episode. Whoa. You know, who gives a shit?
Well, 100th episodes means that,
Syndication.
yeah,
I know
the
that.
real money.
But I'm talking about, like, that's not even, like, it's not even with that. It's, like, with podcasts and with, like vlogs and shit like that. I see that. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do for the 100th episode? One of this woman I watch, her name's Roxanne. I really love her. She does reviews for things I like to watch, so urban, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she lives in Atlanta. She has what she call her fans, what she calls her rock stars. So funny. But she recently had her 300th episode of Top of the Blogs, and she recorded with balloons and shit. And it's like, it ain't that big a deal, honey.
It's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes, but shit, did you get money for that? Because they like to do monetize for any little thing these days. I'm just gonna live under here for a while.
Okay. Good night.
Why are you like this? Why are you this way?